Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to the next episode of Paul's Workshop. And we received the amp meter for the test box that we put together. But unfortunately, I don't have a hole saw big enough to cut the hole in the side of the casing for that. So for right now, the amp meter addition to that box is on hold. But I wanted to start taking a look at the Hammarlund. So we're going to evaluate, open up, take a look inside. The first thing we need to do is get a power cord on that. All right, so here we are. Here's the Hammarlund HQ129-X AM sideband receiver. And it looks to be in pretty decent shape. It's all original from what I can tell. Original tuning knobs. All the knobs are original. But the guy I bought it off of at the Hamfest said that he cut the cord off the back because it was disintegrated. And what's left of it, I can see that the insulation is gone. So the goal is to get inside this and get to where we can at least put a power cord on it and then start to test. So I think you need to remove all of these panel screws. And then there's 3 screws in the back that need to be removed, and that's going to allow the chassis to slide out of the cabinet. So we're going to do that right now. Okay, and this has painted screws. And I'm just going to use my insulated screwdriver here from Klein Tools because these fit in here very well into these old style screws. So we're going to take all these screws out, and I'm just keeping them in a magnetic tray so I don't lose track of them. And there's a bunch of them in here. There's about, 6, 10 screws in here. So we're going to get those out so we can hopefully slide this chassis out. Okay, here in the back you have 3 larger screws. You also can see your serial number, your antenna connection, your speaker connection. Here's the wire over there that's pretty disintegrated. Okay, now once you have those screws out, the chassis will slide out. And you can get access to what's inside and underneath. Okay, with the chassis out, we're able to lean it back. We can see it looks like all original caps. Except maybe this one. This one looks like, these look like they were replaced. So somebody did some work. They did replace, these are newer capacitors in there. So somebody replaced those. And then we can see the original power wire here. And its connections. So we're gonna one there. And then we gotta kind of snake this through. Find where it's going. And replace that. Get that power cord replaced. Okay, we have a new power cord in place. Soldered in place. We put a grommet in the back, ran it through. Now we have our bulb tester here with a 200-watt incandescent bulb in there. So we're going to turn this on, see what happens. Make sure we don't have any shorts. Okay, we're going to see what happens now. So we'll turn on our outlet for device tester. We have our power here to turn on our radio, and okay, so we have no slight glow there, but no bright glow. So looks like we don't have any short, I don't think. Those do tend to, I think, glow, and then the glow goes away as the tubes warm up. I could be wrong, but yeah, it looks like we have power here. Our tubes are starting to warm up. All right, so I think I'm going to turn this off, and then we're going to go into an isolation transformer where we can sort of bring up the voltage a little bit slower. All right, we've hooked up a speaker. We're going through our isolation transformer. We're at about 110 volts. I know I need to do capacitors in here just because of the age, but I'd definitely like to hear some sound come out of this. So I'm going to give it a little time for the tubes to warm up and then listen and see if we can find anything. We've got an antenna connected to it as well. So see what we find here. All right, this was an out of nowhere surprise. We have here a curb find, or a poor man's flea market find. It's this little Sears table saw here, probably a death trap. I'm gonna take a look at this and see. First, we're gonna turn it on, see if it works, and then give it a once over. But this was out today on the way back from a barbecue here on Memorial Day, so it kind of jumped in line for something that's going to be featured here on the show. So let's see. All right, if you look at the model number on this guy, comes up as a Sears compact table saw. So we can see we have an aluminum table with some pitting and whatnot on it. Needs a cleaning. This blade here looks like it has been used and abused. Paul actually doesn't think that this is going to work. Here we see up front we have the Sears, the logo on it. Come around the side here. We're going to look at, let's bring this down here and take a look. We have, there's our arbor there. We have a crank for angle adjustment. Here's our up and down, which does seem to work. So it does seem to move. All right, we have an on-off switch here. We have some more information. Let's see how the plug looks on it. So here's our plug. Doesn't look too bad. Let's say we give it a try, huh? See if she works. All right, now there's no way in hell I'm gonna try to cut anything with that blade, but I wanna see if it runs. I mean, somebody threw it out, so who knows? All right, you're seeing this in real time. Here we go. Sounds like a meat slicer. Nice and quiet. Well, let's see. We can adjust. I'm playing with the height now, so it's actually getting higher. This looks like a good way to lose fingers, right? But adjusting it, it's going down. I mean, it's a little bindy. Like it needs a little cleanup and a little lube, but that works. And the bevel angle seems to work too. So this looks like a working saw. Gotta wait for the clock to chime there. I think with some cleanup, this could be a good saw, although I would like to see a blade guard on it. But yeah, so there's the Sears compact model table saw. All right, so we had a few good things go on. We looked at the Hammarlund. We put the wire on that. We don't have any major shorts. So I want to start getting that, get the capacitors changed on that to get that going. Also, we have to get some type of a hole saw to put the Simpson meter into the tester. So that'll be an upcoming episode. And today's curb find, that was just a bonus thrown in. That compact table saw has promise. And if you take a look, they're actually still popular. I need to find how to put a blade guard on there. Maybe not a blade guard, but I'd like to get a rip fence in there, things like that. So yeah, so we're going to clean that up and we're going to move forward with the Hammarlund. So we got a few continuing episodes here. So be on the lookout for those. And please like, subscribe, tell your friends to check out Paul's Workshop, and we will catch you next time.